13 states have adopted anti-bullying policies in an effort to teach kids how to confront gossiping, ridicule, etc. You know, four eyes, fatty, ugly, smelly, right? Now, what is the downside of this? First of all, less ass in the world. They're teaching kids to open up to the bullies and try and let them know how it feels. Of course, it's not the schoolyard pushdowns anymore. It's, you know, sexual assaults by 12-year-olds and, like, stabbings in the stairwell. You know, kids like, you know, when you emptied your clip into my science class, I felt unsafe. So, the question is this bad or good? Isn't school supposed to be where we learn how to take a little abuse, Jimmy?
I think it is, yeah. I mean, when I was in junior high school, there was a kid named Darren, and what he would do, he's one of those kids. No, he's Italian. He was bigger than the rest of us, and he was one of those kids who was comfortable being naked in you know, and when you're just hoping to get a hair or two. And what he'd do in the locker room is you'd be sitting there by your locker. Is it okay if I stand? And he'd put his leg up here, and you're looking that way, like Todd, you're looking that way.
Could you not put your?
And then this is a valuable lesson to be taught. And then he would call your name with his penis in his hand, and you turn around, and you get a face full of Darren penis. But I did learn a valuable lesson from that. I learned not to be impulsive, and I learned that penises can sometimes be salty as well.
Could you put your balls on Greg the next time you do this?
Yes. I'll leave them in the green room.
Now, you know what, Colin? Actually, I think there's a lot of kids, too. They raising their kids kind of soft now. Kids, you know, they're getting raised by TV. They don't go outside. They don't play kickball no more. They don't play baseball. They don't play dodgeball. You got all these little fat kids running around eating Jolly Ranchers and Ho-Hos all day, you know, sugar higher than a 40-year-old diabetic. And then they sit up and when they go outside, kids tease them and they can't fight. They can't run. They can't, you know, get your kids active. Active kids.
That's actually human evolution, though, because now we don't really need, you know, you see kids, they really don't run, they don't do anything, they just sit all day behind a computer. You know, we're evolving, we're just becoming, eventually we're just going to be a giant ass with fingers.
But I think fat kids should be teased so they don't grow up with a false sense of confidence.
Yeah. But don't you realize, God forbid I get serious, but like, not only the trench coat mafia, but that kid in Thomas Jefferson High School in Bed-Stuy, the reason he pulled out a gun was because he was getting bullied by a serious, hard-ass kid. So, I mean, a lot of these shootings are kids that are getting bullied, and they're like, you know, they're just going to go grab a gun and do it. You know what I mean? They're not thug kids that are pulling out these guns.
You know who the crazy kids are in your school. There's no, you know the one that'll go, you know what, that one.
Yeah, the one who, like, in fourth grade had to go take a pill at a certain time every day. That's the kid you watch out for.
You know who the nutcases are? They got those kids that walk around with the gothic look, you know, and the whole white face paint and the Dracula coat, and you don't go, you go, that guy is going to kill somebody one day.
When I was a kid, let's face it, all comedians, let's face it, everybody here caught a couple of nice beatings, or we wouldn't become comedians.
Not me.
Now, shut up. Yes, you did. Now, and then later on, of course, we learned to bully other kids with our big mouths and our sense of ridicule. Now, that may sound harsh, but sorry. And this poor gentleman was raped by Joe or whatever.
Joe was fine.
And then he in turn described the rape vividly to me.
That was almost
by putting his scrotum on my shoulder.
It was almost a symbolic.
Now everybody on TV going, I saw you when the guy put his balls on your neck.
That's a good one.
We're a celebrity couple.
I think it was almost a purification ritual for him, where he got finally cleared.
Yeah, finally I was able to take my experience and thrust it onto you. And now you've got to do it. You've got to do the same. You can do somebody in the audience.
Let me put my balls on Greg. Let's make this even. All
right, listen to this.
The black man's balls.
That's all I need is to have Cro-Magnon Man rest his balls on my shoulder.
Listen to me. Now, what about these online things where they're spreading rumors, true or false, about the other kids? This one's a slut. This one slept with this one. This teacher's ugly. This is online bullying. What do you think about that?
Look, the reality
it's cowardly.
That's a lot of horse.
I do think that's cowardly, and I think, you know, I grew up in a simpler time when arguments were settled with fists, and also love was made that way with fists.
She's from upstate New York. That's
I also think it's I feel like it's weak because, like, what would what are teenagers threatening each other with? Like, I dare you to look up www.colinquin's .com. You know, like it's just embarrassing. It's like.
It's real hard for me to relate to this because we didn't have that. We didn't have computers to go, hey, you suck online. You know,
But there is a mean spiritedness to it that people are cowards. They hide behind. You know, you see on the message boards, people hide behind this anonymity. People are willing to go on a computer and say things that they wouldn't say in person. You say things you would never say to another person, like, "Yes, I would like a thicker, longer penis."
Well, the other thing is when you get a lot of these. Like, first of all, it's ColinQuinnBlows.com.
I told you not to check it out. Don't check it out.
I'm going to knock that kid out if I ever meet him. He's probably like 11 years old. I'll still stomp him into the ground. Oh, look, we have to show some commercials. Don't exercise your free will. Just sit there and we'll be right back.